Hello from Strasbourg. This weekend I'm in the European capital of Christmas. I thought that's gonna be an amazing opportunity to just explore the city. Yesterday we already went out to eat. The food was very good. I like this whole idea of the Alsace region with its amazing wines, the food, something like choucroute, which is basically cabbage with meat. I'm currently reading a book by Dan Brown, Inferno, about the massive extinction. I usually don't like this kind of reading. It's always like that. You go through the first part and then it just takes you with it. But the first part is actually very difficult to go through. Dan Brown is the opposite of it because it's just amazing from the first pages. So if you're looking for something to read, that's 100% recommendation, as all of the other of his books, I think they were all just astonishing. Also, since I didn't take my laptop with me, which is crazy, I think I didn't do any trip without a laptop for a long time. I've printed my year compass 25-26 to fill in, and I am also currently using this idea of journaling. I'm trying to journal every day. Not sure how it's going yet, but that would be my way to keep my anxiety down. I have those 3 activities plus the exploration of the city, and I'll bring you with me, of course. We'll see what is going on. Since I'm also learning German, even though not very consistently, the aesthetics of Strasbourg really pleases me. Not thinking, of course, of moving here because it seems to be very small, but coming here from time to time seems like a good plan. So let's go.
So since I was visiting friends, we were all kind of in the vacation mood. So what we decided to do is we took a car, we rented it, and went to a tiny village near Strasbourg that was called Beauvilliers. The best thing is that we randomly picked the date of a medieval festival that happens like once or twice per year over there, and it was something different. So we ate the street food of these days, like these galettes from German part of France. We saw a huge pig on a spit and other entertainment of the epoch. There were orchestra, there were plenty of people, and we just had so much fun. So I really encourage you to Google when this event happens and come visit this tiny village during that time.
It's snowing. It's officially New Year, and this year I decided to not to create any resolutions at all. And this is so not me. I mean, 10 years ago, I have set up my first goal: get accepted to a boarding school, which I eventually got accepted to. So I decided that this is a magic making tool, like a magic wand or something. And I kept doing this ever since. But this year, I kind of found myself in a position where I was just going in circles. It was more of a punishment than of a treat. I had those 3 big goals, and whenever I didn't reach one, it felt like I failed. So this year I'm trying tracking for 1 month, and then we'll see where it brings me. So for example, for last year, for the sports goal, I did this, which is my tracking calendar, and every time I did sport, I marked it. My goal was to do 100 workouts, but it was a sub goal of a category that I wanted to work on: self-confidence, charisma work, basic knowledge and erudition, as well as the image of myself, how I look, what I wear, what habits I have. Sport definitely was included. However, and it was actually the easiest kind of goal to achieve because I had a very clear measure, and I knew that in order to reach 100 workouts per year, I only have to roughly make 2 workouts per week, which is extremely doable. Even though you can see I was not really consistent in some months, I actually did 2 workouts per week. So pretty happy with how this turned out, and I was thinking, okay, this works. Why don't I move towards doing one small thing every day rather than saying I have to reach a certain goal at the end? I think those are kind of very basic things that I've been hearing since a long time on YouTube, in self-help books, but I never actually followed them. And I actually liked my system, it's just that for me it stopped working.
On another note, the reason I love Paris is that here you don't need to search for activities to happen with you. It is enough to go out and walk around. This winter, I had some time to explore places and mostly coffee shops, honestly, since I now go out with my running club every Sunday. So we do a quick 5K run and then we set up in a coffee shop and we chat about life. But also, I had some time to go back to the old places I love. I have a whole Google map filled with addresses. Let me know if you want me to share more of this.
And currently, the first impression of a January, it's still not perfect at all. Well, I integrated some of the daily habits, but those are not necessarily daily ones. Maybe I have to do like we did at school, have this little diary, little agenda with time slots blocked. So thinking about that, to give you some more context, I'm cooking my sweet potatoes with carrots in air fryer. This is one of my favorite recipes right now, and I eat it either with a sour cream cheese would work as well, Philadelphia, let's say. I'm waiting for it to be bread, and then I'm off to the trampoline session. And other than that, I've been to a coaching session today, and I'm kind of in the process of planning a postdoc, very much over stressing about it, obviously. But I kind of formulated that my perfect postdoc would be still in Paris, but then a lab or a PI who would be interested in collaborating with the labs in the countries I want to target for the second postdoc, or maybe just already working with people who I like to work with. So far, it's the mission impossible, but let's see if I can come up with something. Another thing that is on my mind is that, okay, let's say not for this postdoc, not for this first one, but once I'm bureaucratically free from France, where would I want to go? Where would I want to aim for? Let's say I can write a project and try to get some money for where any place I want. How much can I let myself high up? In a sense, how far can I shoot? How high can I go? Because the social media and everyone around always say that, oh, we don't have limits are in our heads. Well, what does that mean in practice? Can I go to top institutions? Can I approach top professors? What does it mean top at all? In the research domain in general, it's really easy to go very deep and so come to get this expertise that a few people in this world have. So you automatically become a good fit for only a few laboratories, even though some of them might be very high rated. So I don't know, so many questions in my head. I think we're just on another journey. So let's see where the life brings me. Just bipped, so let's go check out what my food is like. Those bacon sheets are actually so awesome because I spent too much time washing this container and now I only use the bacon sheet. And so with the sour cream and it's done.
And then I was off to my sports session under the snow. I feel like forcing the variability of your routine is a way to stop thinking, or at least overthinking. And in a sense, stop being anxious. At this point, your plan becomes an instruction that you simply have to follow. People always say that the last year of the PhD is stressful. But I just don't want to accept it. Sincerely, I just want to have some stability in life. For now, I'm braining it by scheduling holidays, scheduling hikings, and non-negotiable sport during the week. Spending time with loving friends also needs to be scheduled, but I feel like this is a bit trickier than everything else. Well, anyways, it was another year in my life doing research, working in Paris. Maybe it was a hard one, who knows? And it was also another episode of the PhD diaries. I hope you're liking what you see here. Please don't forget to subscribe, suggest the new topics to discuss, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Have a great time. Bye!